Hello, everyone. This is Nyah Marshall, part of the Howard University radio station, and welcome back to my podcast, Black Visibility, where Black people are not a monolith and all our experiences and perspectives are shared. Today's topic will be about people of color in advertising. During this podcast, I will be talking about 3 different ads that you guys may have seen in the media and analyzing them for the purpose of seeing how they are positive, accurate representations of Black people. So the first ad that I will talk about is the Cheerios commercial that featured an interracial couple. As you can see, this ad features a white mother, a Black father, and a biracial child. Other than promoting Cheerios and General Mills as a brand for all types of family and people, this ad also shows that mixed race couples do exist. According to the 2010 U.S. Census Bureau, the United States is becoming increasingly mixed race and minority. Therefore, this brand was taking a step at representing this. I chose to include this image in my presentation because it visually represents a family that isn't shown in the media enough. Also, historically, there has been actual legal jurisdiction and lynch laws put in place to prevent miscegenation, police relationships, and sexual conduct between white and Black people. Post-Reconstruction advertisements even promoted these ideals by portraying Black men as brutes that white women need to be protected from, and Black women as Jezebels that seduced the white man and were to blame for sexual crimes. However, this Cheerios commercial has dared to show an image that historically would have been seen as a direct threat to white supremacy. It also presents an image of a family that will be the reality for most American families over the next couple of decades. So the target audience for this ad is all American families. And by using an interracial couple, this ad targets Black people as well as other families that aren't usually represented in the media. The goal of this ad was to present Cheerios as a family-friendly, heart-healthy cereal that can be enjoyed by all types of people. And by utilizing an interracial couple, this ad does just that. So the next advertisement that I will talk about is the Bolden Inspiring Change commercial sponsored by the NFL. This ad was part of the NFL's Inspire Change campaign, and it stars retired wide receiver Anquan Bolden. It reenacts the death of his cousin Corey Jones, who was unlawfully shot by a plainclothes police officer. In this ad, Bolden states, "There are some things just bigger than football." So this ad is used for promotion for the league's Inspire Change initiative, and it's a program created to address athletes' social justice issues in their own community. The fact that this commercial debuted during the AFC championships and also was shown during one of the Super Bowls helps the NFL reach a wide audience and contribute to their goal, which was to bring awareness to social injustice. So the message that this image conveys is that the NFL recognizes that they have minority players and minority viewers who are directly and indirectly impacted by police brutality. So they are now bringing awareness to that. I chose to include this image in my presentation because I found it bold and contradicting, considering the way that the league reacted when Colin Kaepernick took a knee. So even though I'm suspicious of this commercial and its intentions, I do feel it's positive in the sense that it's an accurate representation of what many Black people experience in the United States. The target audience for this ad was definitely Black Americans and people impacted by the injustices in the criminal justice system. Chapter 7 of Racism, Sexism in the Media proves that this commercial was not designed for mass media, but for class media. And I will elaborate upon this more in my paper. So using this criteria from Chapter 7, it is possible to say that this ad was specifically made for the Black media and not for a mass audience. The purpose of this ad was to promote the league's Inspire Change initiative, and I feel that it does accomplish that because it was able to bring awareness to the death of Corey Jones and get justice for him. And by supporting the initiative, the advertisement also influences the target audience to support the NFL. So the last ad that I will talk about is Ford's Built Phenomenally campaign. So in this campaign, Ford focuses on Black women and uses this to promote their 2020 model of the Escape SUV. And the commercial actress Angel Bassett narrates it, and it also stars real-life Ford commercial team members composed of Black women. This is a positive representation because it shows that African American women are truly a part of these large corporations and companies like Ford. We don't get to see Black women in leadership positions in mainstream media as often as we should, and this ad by Ford helps to change that. The message that the image conveys is that Ford is committed to inclusive representation in its advertising. And by expanding its advertising message to focus on women of color, the brand also is building awareness with consumers in this target demographic. I chose to include this ad because it highlights Ford's real-life commitment to hiring women of color, especially Black women. So while they are also participating in purpose-driven marketing, they are backing it up with real-life action. And the target audience for this ad is definitely Black women. Even Raj Register, head of the brand strategy and growth audience marketing of Ford Motor Company, highlights this by saying, "A main goal of our Built Phenomenally campaign is to honestly represent African American females." The ad does do its job at selling the product to its targeted audience because by including Black women in a narrative that Ford is an inclusive American automaker with real women of color working for the company, it also shows that the company has a truly inclusive team, and the product must be truly inclusive as well and made for all types of people. That's all for today. Again, this is Nyah Marshall, part of the Howard University radio station. Thanks for tuning in to Black Visibility, where Black people are not a monolith.